1v1, you dust like a wideout. Studio been my hideout. Can't shed tears, mama, ain't no cry now. On me, gonna blind out. Get in the team, gotta pass your tryouts.
It's a rematch of Super Bowl 47, -1 Harbaugh. The Ravens and 49ers are underway.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
First play, and Purdy wants to throw it.
Open man is Samuel, complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 24-yard line.
Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious?
Still on his feet.
And all the way down to the 5.
The 71 yards rushing for it as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
A good sign on the opening drive. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Here's the option.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Purdy
Scoring on a 2-yard keeper.
And the Niners are on the board first here this afternoon.
Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week, but here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10, and he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. Boy, so they don't get the conversion, but they're going to go right into the onside kick formation. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play caller, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry now for Gus Edwards. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Throwing is Jackson.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
On 3rd down, here's Hill. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So the field goal that cuts the lead in half as they, too, are able to get some points on their initial drive of the game.
Yeah, all in all, a pretty positive response, right, to the points that were scored against them. And they got a little help from their opponent anyway. Missed the conversion, so now they're just 3 back.
Taken at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their second drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive line.
Oh, he sheds himself free. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now Purdy. Open man is Juwan Jennings. And he's got this down to the 35. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it.
Touchdown! Deebo Samuel, 26 yards. And the Niners had 6 to their lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feeling they would come back and try it on 4th down.
I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot. People are starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
And they're going to be set up with excellent field position past the 45.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Here's Jackson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. To about the 26 here.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They go play action now. Jackson. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up. 1st and goal at the 5. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the two-point conversion to extend this lead. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down. Jackson going to hold on to it again. 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 3rd and 9 here. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. He connected on his first, this from 41. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll get the deficit back to 16. We're trailing here in the first half still, but maybe, Charles, that'll help them get some momentum back. First, the forced fumble, and then they're able to get a field goal out of it.
And down in the game, they came out and created their own opportunity on one side of the ball and did get points out of it, as you mentioned. Complimentary football right there as they try and bring this one back to even.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Sheds off the tackle. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room. So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Purdy on 3rd down. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Purdy on 4th down. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On second down, Jackson. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into air.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Nick Bosa. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Tucker's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So we've reached the intermission. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And Hill will opt for the touchback. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting more pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Jackson, option right. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, first down. From the gun, a run for Hill. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Off the option, here's Edwards. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. Now Jackson going to shift him around. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in. Tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Back to the ground, it's Hill. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Throwing out left and finding Likely. And he's going to be taken down short of the 1st, right around the 15-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now Jackson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. A beautiful fake. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
They go play action here. Purdy. He's got it. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Purdy will throw for it.
It's complete, and he is not going to get to the goal line. And for the first time here this afternoon, they are thwarted on the 2-point conversion.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
And they run with Edwards off the option.
Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right on the 30. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. Down the sideline he goes. Inside the 10.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey
with his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He's got it at the 10. And he will step out of bounds. Oh, what a mistake there. And the 2-point try will be unsuccessful.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's 3rd and 9. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Kyle Hamilton was there defensively.
Here's Purdy.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Jackson now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
183 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. 43 yards.
Now on 1st down, it's Purdy.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They set up the screen to Hill. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoor them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back.
3rd down and 1.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Baltimore.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson.
To the sideline and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw again is Jackson. He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Ravens first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Finds his man. It's Kohler. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
At the 32-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Likely, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. CD, this is the ideal situation in the 4th quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long.
There he goes, left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 205 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. McCaffrey on the counter. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. A little juke. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome. But a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is